I was watching the news the other day, and I was looking at the unexpected war. And I started to ask myself, like, is what it's come to? I'm trying to figure it out. I'm trying to wrap my finger around it, but I can't seem to get it. I'm starting to realize that this is not the same reality. Things have changed. It's not the same like how it used to be. I'm starting to realize that this is not normal. And the sad thing about it not being normal is that it's been happening like this for quite some time. And I wonder, would things ever change? I ask myself that a lot, but I'm starting to think that things will never change. And I send my prayers out to the families for the soldiers that was injured in this new unexpected war. I just don't get it. Every time I think that things will get better, it seems to get worse. And I try to ask myself, day by day, time after time, I want things to get better. But I'm starting to realize that something has been off. And it's been off for so long that people are starting to get numb to what's going on. You feel like you've seen it all, but something else will surprise you. And I'm starting to notice this. A lot of us has been starting to notice this for a while. We're starting to notice this for quite some time. And that's why I'm coming to the conclusion that a lot of people are starting to feel this way. A lot of people are starting to see the effect that it's having on them. The things that's happening around this world. It's starting to affect their life. They don't want to do the same things no more. They don't want to go to their favorite restaurant no more. They don't want to do nothing. And I used to think that the reason why people don't want to do nothing is because they're exhausted, they're burnt out. That's some reason, but it's deeper than that. It's more to it. And I'm starting to realize that it's more to it because everything is crashing. Everything is coming down. And it's coming down right before your eyes. And a lot of people don't believe what they're seeing. But it's reality. And I see a lot of people have traded their time for money. And you can always get some money. But you can never get your time back. That's a lesson that I had to learn. So if you're younger and you watching this video, always remember that don't trade your time for money. Once time goes on and you get older, you're going to start to feel like you wasted a lot of time. So learn from your mistakes. Always try to evolve. And it seems like people, they try to evolve, but their reality always knocks them down. And I know that's strange that no matter what you do, no matter how hard you strive, you never seem to reach your goals. You never seem to make it to the destination that you want to be. And that's why everything has been feeling off lately. You feeling like you're being deprived of your opportunities. This used to be the land of the free. It don't seem like nobody's free. So that's why A lot of people are just angry because the things that they work for, it don't seem to matter. So they don't know where to go. They don't know where to turn. And I'm starting to get it. I don't think it's nowhere to really turn. I don't think it's nowhere to really go. Because a lot of people try to flee. A lot of people are trying to leave the country, trying to get a better life. And then it seems like when they leave the country to look for a better life, it always backfires. So where can you run to? It's nowhere to run. So that's why I say this is not normal. It hasn't been normal for a long time. A lot of people say ever since 2020, everything has changed. It's true. It's not the same reality. I don't think nothing can never go back to normal. The way that things going, it's going to take us a long time to ever reach close to normal. And I know that it's a lot of people that's trying to stay strong and keep their head up, stay well-rounded, stay focused. And they're starting to lose focus. They're starting to lose hope. And the reason why they're starting to lose hope, they're starting to notice that their reality is not normal. Their reality is not the same. Their reality has changed. You know it and I know it. And then when you try to express the truth, they consider you to be a complainer. I don't get that. You're really not complaining. You're just really speaking about what's going on. You're starting to notice that you can't get a fair shot at life no more. That's why a lot of people are looking at life different. They didn't look at life like this. Life used to be so stress-free. It seems like the more and more your life goes on, the more and more stressed you become. And a lot of people are starting to notice that even when they meet a stranger, they can look and see if that stranger's stressed or not by just staring at them. Sometimes you can look at somebody's face and you can see that they've been going through something. But you don't want to say nothing because you know how people are. When you want to address something or say, have you been going through something? A lot of people will tell you mind your business. That's the word that we coming to. And you just ask, and you just wanted to see what was going on with them because they look like they troubled. But if you do that, they're going to label you nosy. They're going to say, why you being nosy? But you're not being nosy. You're just realizing that it's not normal. This reality, this so-called thing called reality, it's not making sense. And a lot of people are starting to realize that it's not making sense. They try to think some sense into this every day, but they get lost every time they try to think some sense into it. It's been misunderstood for so long that it's too depressing and stressing to understand. And I don't know, where do we go from here? What's the destination? Because this journey, there's been a whole lot on this journey. It's been a lot for most of us. And we're starting to feel like we don't want to be a part of this journey no more because we don't know where we're going. And that's sad when you don't know where you're going. You're going to a destination that you don't even know where it's at. You don't know which detours to take when you get lost on going to your destination. And you know what's the strange thing? They telling you that it's supposed to be a destination, but they don't even want you to know how to get there. Because what you seeing is what you seeing. But they're trying to pretend like they don't want you to know. But you're going to start to figure it out. You're going to start to see. That's why your favorite landmarks in your city ain't there no more. The things that you used to love to go to, and it brings back memories, they want to take those away. Now I see why people try to just march for causes and want to sign petitions, because they want their voice to be heard. Because their reality is just being stripped away from them. I get it. And then when it seems like when you want your voice to be heard, they try their best to just ignore your voice. You can feel it and you can see it. It's like they want to program you to believe what they want you to believe. So that's why I say this is not a normal reality. Reality used to make sense. Now every time you look up, it's always a war and always a price increase. So now it's like you're giving up hope. And when you want to go have fun and you want to go have a vacation, you really can't go have a vacation in another country as an American. And I know that's crazy because you didn't do nothing to the other countries, but it's like you guilty by association. I wouldn't even want to go to another country and visit right now because we're at war. And I know that's sad. You're not a part of the war, but they may take it out on you. That's how it go. They feel like you part of the enemy. And it didn't used to be like this. Everybody's acting like an enemy towards each other. Don't nobody want to listen no more. Everybody got the answers to everything. And then the strange thing, when you say you have the answers and you want to show somebody the way, they don't want to pay attention. That's why this is not normal. It didn't never used to be like this. So that's what I really want to express to you. And you know that it didn't used to be like this. Because I can't believe we had another war. It just seemed like we was at peace just yesterday. Then we jumped into another war. It's like everything happens every single day. No exaggeration. It's like something different happens every day. You don't know what to expect. Every day, something is happening. When we going to have a peaceful day where don't nothing go on? Something go on every day. That's how life is just rapidly changing. That's how your reality is changing. And you know it's not normal. I don't know what the future is going to hold, but based on what's going on right now and our current events, it's going to be a crazy future. And I'm starting to realize this. Who would have ever thought that things will occur to this? Who would have ever thought that life would get like this? Nobody never thought that. And the job markets are just crashing left and right. A lot of people are getting laid off. A lot of people are getting fired. I thought we would have a break from that. But as you go on and as you see, life is just constantly changing. We're not even in the second quarter yet. And stuff is still getting tough. And I'm sorry to say that. And I know a lot of y'all feel that way too. And that's why we try to wish for the best. We try to hope. But a lot of us are losing hope. So can you blame us? We need to come to that time where everybody can just get together. But I don't think that time will ever happen again. And that's just the way I've been feeling. So let me know if y'all been feeling this way too. Let me know if I got a point. So if I got a point, like this video. Because if you don't, it don't even matter because you still going to see me again. So peace. Talk to y'all in a minute.